Good evening, fellow punters. Clock on the wall says 3 minutes past 7 on Tuesday evening, with only 4 full days left for shopping before Christmas 2022. I finished up today on the school run. A lot of schools finishing tomorrow. We're finished today, so off to the new year now. But the bus, I'm sure, will get a few spins, including on Christmas Day. Just an update on that. I've changed plans. I had planned to do beef stroganoff or chicken curry, that, but I says no. On Christmas Day it has to be turkey and ham and stuffing and Brussels sprouts and potatoes and gravy. So I ordered heap of stuff today, and I get it Thursday evening, so I'll have to be cooking all day Friday and Saturday. And I'm going to bring cold plates with me, so I'll bring a generator and a microwave and a lead, and we'll warm up the dinners as we go. If anybody that might want to leave a message in the comment section, if they want to send an email to me, I'll put up the email. If they want to meet at Euston Station around 9 or a quarter past on Christmas morning, and if anybody knows, we'll say in Mullingar or Longford or Athlone or anywhere that maybe homeless people looking for a dinner, maybe 11 or 12 or 1 o'clock on Christmas Day, leave it as well, send an email. We'll try and get as many as we can covered. I'm aiming to get maybe 60 or 70 dinners at least anyway, so we'll see how to go. And thanks very much to people for their contributions and donations. I've got a good few. And newcomers on the bus, Paul 94, Graham B, Niall McNulty in London. He said he listened to it in the morning on the tube going to work. Also, Valerie Reid, you need to name a charity before tomorrow. Tom Wilson put up your name, but you haven't given me a charity yet. I want to give €100, and also 50 to the jockeys, Injured Jockeys Fund. I'll be doing that before the Christmas. For newcomers on the bus, to generate money, just listen to the ads, and we give money every month to needy charities. Today, did I mention that? No, my mind wasn't great yesterday evening. You probably noticed that there was stuff in front of me and I couldn't even see it on the screen. It was happening like now and again. I had to go into a pure, absolute lockdown. And I forgot to wish Tom Gilligan luck today, the owner of Loch Lynn, Tom organised the trip to the races and to Willie Mullins' yard that time, and he owned that horse today. And it was a 2-horse race, as the Americans suggested, and he got the better. He's going to make a right stay and chaser in time. Tom will be a happy man tonight. And I forgot to mention Bob Hope, No Hope, last night as well. And there was another one, but Aoife Grace done no good for us today. I thought she'd win. I backed her yesterday, it was 11-4. She went off evens, and she ran into a right good horse. We'll hear more about the winner definitely. And the two in Southall, and out of Forum Yard, I normally don't touch. I just thought today might be the day, but it was not to be. Anyway, I have a couple for tomorrow. The first one is in the 253 at Taunton, a horse called Parramount. This is a half brother to Snow Leopardess. And it won in Hereford the last time, and it hosed up by 10 lengths. And it's just have a look at the way it won.
Has has 3 or 4 lengths in hand over Duke of Moravia and Santos Blue, and Decorated up the inside as they jump 2 from home. What a Steel is next, then We Got to Get Away. The Nip Hand is running on through beaten horses, but between the last 2 flights of hurdles, Paramount is 6 lengths clear. Decorated, Santos Blue, What a Steel are the next trio. Duke of Moravia is 5th off the home turn, but losing ground as they level for the judge. They've got 1 to jump and then a fairly long run in, but Paramount is extending his lead all the way down to the final flight. Jumped it really well, landed more than 10 lengths clear of Decorated, What a Steel. Duke of Moravia staying on again in front of the Nip Hand, Santos Blue, and up against it, but Paramount has made all of the running to win the opener by a wide margin in 3rd gear, in all honesty.
The time of that race was about, I think it was 3:56, and the one that's closest to it in the betting, well, the 2 of them opened up 5-2 today, and this ran in the same track. I know it's a different day, it was a week or 2 of a difference, but it wasn't near as.
To the second last, it's Bo Balco chased by Atlanta Brave. Be Fair is 3rd, coming over 2 out, with Waterloo Key jumping through on his inside. Then follows Thank You Lucky Star. Freddie Boy is pulling up at this point. Stevie McKean still jumping, but tailed off. And they've got just 1 more hurdle to jump. And Bo Balco has about 3 lengths in hand on Atlanta Brave. Thank You Lucky Stars moved into 3rd. Waterloo Key fading along with Be Fair. And they're racing well clear of unwanted attention. Off the home turn, with 1 more to jump, Bo Balco chased hard by Atlanta Brave, the leader travelling slightly more purposefully, but Atlanta Brave is keeping on and only a couple of lengths behind Bo Balco as they reach the final flight. Bo Balco not fluent at the last. Atlanta Brave trying to throw down a challenge on the inside as they race into the final 100 yards. Bo Balco with a narrow lead over Atlanta Brave, who's trying all the way to the line.
He made hard work of that. I know he's only a 4-year-old, but it was the same course and distance, and I thought Paramount as a 6-year-old, he was 3-1 a few minutes ago. He's into 5-2 now. The 2:30 at Lingfield, there's a horse there that ran for us the last time and finished 4th. Galop did Chasse, but it's entered twice tomorrow, or declared twice. It's declared in the 1:15 at Hereford and the 2:30 at Lingfield. I prefer to see going on this race because it won on heavy ground in Lingfield on its first run in England after coming from France, and it's better on heavy ground. 2 runs back, second to Gunside Ridge, that was an entry on soft ground, and then the last day against Shake 'em Up Harry. I know it finished 4th, but it was good to soft ground, and if it stays heavy, that's all the better. 7-2, 4-1 around that American is 3rd favourite in the other race that is entered in or in declared tomorrow. There's a hot pot, or not a hot pot, but a 2-1 favourite of Nicky Henderson's. There's 2 horses. There's a horse at 7:30 at Wolverhampton, Laheg. This horse has been gelded. And back in trip, the race was at 7 furlongs, and at 6 furlongs it had won.
Hattonville on that one's outside, then Jilly Cooper followed then by Gabby de Gabby, there then followed by Freedom and Wheaton Brains is still at the rear of the field. Final 2 furlongs very shortly. Chucky Dunedin is now driven along. Laheg for Luke Morris looking for a treble, now eases into the lead, and it's Laheg. Chucky Dunedin followed then by Golden Mayflower, then after that trying to stay on Rock Melody Manhattanville, then Jilly Cooper Secret Moments got plenty to do from there. Inside the final furlong they go, and it's Laheg that leads, but the cavalry are coming. Abu Malik stays on, so too does Jilly Cooper and Manhattanville, and Gabby to Gabby the far side. Gabby to Gabby, Jilly Cooper up towards the line. Jilly Cooper.
It went back to 6 furlongs, first time out this year in Chelmsford, and it won, stayed on well to win, after a break. And the last time then, it was like a young fella heading for the disco. it was all over the shop, unsettled and nervy, and it just didn't. The gelding operation may improve that, I thought, tomorrow night. And seeing that Dundalk is on tomorrow night, the final race of the year in Dundalk, Delta Romeo. He was very eye-catching the last time. He couldn't get out. He was all over the shop. He was raced at 72, and he's down now in the 50s. And change of jockey. Niall McCullough's on tomorrow night. I think it was Jay Conan's on the last time. For people that want to bet on Dundalk, McCullough's up. It's drawn 6 tomorrow night. It was Stone Cold last and come around the turn for home the last day. 3-1 favourite there, 9-4 in places. There's good racing at Fairyhouse tomorrow. There's a bus horse, but it's a reserve, Arctic Ambition. They just can't get a race into it lately at all. But I think, I don't know what price it is. There's a good 3-year-old race tomorrow as well. El Fabiola's out tomorrow. 2 to 5. There's an interesting horse here now. I don't know whether Galley Hill had won for us before, but there's an awful plunge on that Clonberry Bridge in the last couple of hours. And Big Debates beat Embittered the last time, which would be better for him. But if you do remember the popping on. Jazzy Matty is out tomorrow. And Jackpot de Chazelle that the Stig had put up for a race in Aintree or in Cheltenham that I didn't run that time. That's out tomorrow. That's going to be, looks like a 2-horse race. It'll be interesting. It'll be like Vauban and Pied Piper last year. Anyway. Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go, but she forgot her medication, and she staggered out the door into the snow. When we found her Christmas morning, at the scene of the attack, she had hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating marks on her back. Oh, Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but for me and Grandpa we believe. Bash the bookies, over and out.